Hello again, guys. Today we're going to be talking about exponents and integers, but this time it is problem type number 2. Now, I want you to look at these two different examples of -5 to the second. They look very similar to one another. However, on our left-hand side, we have a negative sitting inside the parentheses, and on our right-hand side, our negative is sitting outside of the parentheses. Now, some might make the conjecture that these aren't going to be equal to each other. We'll talk about why that is. Let's talk about our left-hand side first. We have -5 with a negative inside the parentheses to the second power. If we go ahead and expand that out, we're going to end up with -5 times -5. We're taking that base value of -5, multiplying it by itself twice. And we know that -5 times -5 is going to equal a positive 25, because a negative times a negative is equal to a positive. Okay, so over here with the parentheses inside, the negative inside the parentheses, we end up with a positive 25. Now over here, I want us to think about our order of operations. Right now, this negative is sitting outside of the parentheses. In other words, we could rewrite this as -1 times 5 to the second power. There's really a multiplication. This negative is a multiplication of a -1 into 5 to the second power. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring down again that -1. Once we get more comfortable with it, we don't always have to write it as a -1, but for now, it's a really good habit. And then we're going to expand this 5 to the second power. 5 times 5. 5 times 5 we know is 25. Now, 25 times -1, we end up with a -25. So if we see that our negative sign is sitting outside of the parentheses, that will tell us that we will most likely have a negative answer. So as you're going through these problems, be extra careful paying attention to where that negative sits with relation to its base.